Kazar, everyone, and welcome to a Fallout 76 build video. Today, I'm bringing you probably my most difficult, frustrating, but also really awesome build to date. After watching the TV show The Last Ship, was inspired to build a ship. And then I watched the Avengers movie and I thought, do you know what? Let's throw the two together, because in the Avengers movie we have, of course, the Helicarrier, which I'm pretty sure doesn't have a name, but I'm just going with the Helicarrier. So, I thought I had the building capability to pull this thing off, because it's still a work in progress, but I want to show you how far I managed to get and how much of a budget this thing takes up. This thing broke me, okay? Building this Helicarrier utterly destroyed me, because it took me 2 days of building and prototyping to give up on the actual fans. Now, I prefer the actual propeller version of the Helicarrier instead of the repulsor version. So I was like, I'm gonna make the multi-directional propellers, because they spin in different directions, kind of like a Chinook helicopter. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And then after like 2 days of blueprinting and testing and wanting to punt Mother Teresa into the sun, I gave up and just built some really simple repulsors that I'm going to change. But the Helicarrier from the first Avengers movie, the Avengers movie, not the first Avenger, but the one where it turns up, I'm pretty damn sure is like an updated version, but it's based off the nuclear-powered Nimitz-class aircraft carrier in the American Navy. So I was like, that's a good place to start. So I pulled it up, and I was like, cool. And then I spent about 2 days designing, redesigning, rejigifying the hull, just the hull itself. There was no secondary flight deck, which makes no sense to me in the movie, because it's elevated. How the hell does it work? But I spent, a good portion of time trying to get the hull, because the Nimitz is very thin at the front, and then thunk, just gets really chunky, and then it's got a flat back. So I was like, that's really cool. I'll do that, because that looks like it just burst off in the movie. What I forgot in the movie is that they don't fly the Helicarrier from the pilot house like you would drive, sail a naval ship, but it still has a pilot house. They fly it from, where Nick Fury's got his dual monitors and all that kind of fun stuff. They fly it from there, so I was like, right, okay. And that's a big glass dome. So I was not going to build that, which also messed with the design, because the design is a little bit different from the Nimitz, because it's got that forked front where that Harrier jet flies in and starts shooting at the Hulk when he's doing the thing. Yeah, that's the front of the ship. It's not the back. So I was like, crap. So I thought, screw it, I'll just stick with the Nimitz and stick some propellers onto the side of it. 2 days later, after realizing that no matter what iteration of a propeller design you do, you can't get it into the propeller housing that I designed, because the game's like, oh, what's that? You've used this? Well, because there's a wall really close by, we're just going to clip it away from its original design and put it onto the... I saw, like, every iteration I tried was smashed, to the point where I was really close to just building it with, like, foot lockers, but that wouldn't have looked right, so I was like, no, I'm just going to go for the repulsor design. So I had the repulsor design. Now, the cool thing about building this thing is, if you've actually seen the interior of an aircraft carrier, they have a massive underground deck where they work on planes, refuel them, put new weapons on them and stuff, and it's huge. Okay, because it houses planes, helicopters, and they've got a big lift that it goes up and down on the side. Didn't iterate that into the build, because I'm pretty sure the only thing that takes off and lands on a S.H.I.E.L.D Helicarrier are the VTOL aircraft, so there's no need for a lift to bring them up and down. They just kind of like land there and stay there. As we see in the Winter Soldier as well, there's just a bunch of them on deck. So I was like, right, okay, cool, don't have to do anything with that. The interior, I was like, right, I want a place for the people who work for S.H.I.E.L.D to live. Set up some other different rooms, and the elevator door was in the thing, and it works really good, because it was so beautiful. But yeah, like I said, it is a work in progress. However, judging by how much of the budget just this alone has taken, I might shrink the build. I don't know. But it was a weird... this has been a weird build. Okay, I'll give you that. I like where I built it. I like the view you get from it, and I love the design. It's not a camp. It's not like a camp design. It's just an art piece, I guess. But I'm also kind of tempted to make a Hydra version where I change all the colours to as dark as I possibly could. That'd be kind of cool. But what I wanted to show you is how much of a budget just this has taken up. it's taken up that much. I don't think I have enough left over to fully decorate everything and put logos. I did want to build an eagle. I wanted to build an eagle on the flight deck where there's one in the movie. But yeah, no, I might just stick down the Enclave medallion if I make it evil, if I make a Hydra version of it or an Enclave version of it. But yeah, that's my work in progress version of the S.H.I.E.L.D Helicarrier. It's coming along. I will finish it for next week and show you on Friday what I managed to do with it. I'll probably end up changing some stuff as well. Hopefully find a way to make the propellers instead of a repulsor design. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed the work in progress build so far. You guys know the drill. Like, share, and subscribe. And until the next time, stay awesome.